Last time on D&D, our first Coda cohort has been given a task: quest to the Whispering Rock and find the whereabouts of a missing cohort. Perhaps the golden feeling 8 hand shape, contained within a miniature obelisk, holds the secret to the disappearance of the missing cohort. They're not alone. On their journey, they're pursued by the Car, the Raz, Thornheart, and his hearing underlings, Magart Skinner and Grendel Cromwell. This large regiment of executive gatekeepers has paid claim to the golden feeling 8, attempting to chase down this fleeting cohort through the partying streets of Fairhaven. Only by the skin of their teeth did our daring adventurers jump aboard the departing lightning rail with a new furry companion in tow. Now en route to their Coda contact in Rock Hollow, at the base of the Star Peak Mountains, will passage through the Whispering Woods to Whisper Rock be given. All right. You guys are riding in that lightning rail as it's blazing along the path of conductor stones all across H.E.A.R.I.N.G. You've had plenty of time to sit and talk amongst yourselves. What conclusions have you guys come to with your new band of adventurers? Let's start with your furry companion.
His name, as we've decided, is KMK, which stands for Kevin, Marcel. What was the last one?
Hazor.
Kensor.
Kenzor.
I thought Kevin was the last one. Was it not?
No.
Was it Kaiser,
Kevin
blah, blah,
is
blah, Kevin?
our favorite.
Kevin,
Marcel's
okay.
our second favorite. Kenzor's our third favorite.
All right, Kevin.
So, KMK.
Guard.
Henceforth, we shall protect KMK.
Agreed
And
upon.
thus, the KMK Guard. All in favor of this cohort being named the KMK Guard, say aye.
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 All right.
The little monkey
Aye.
Kevin raises his hand as you guys have all now donned the official name of your cohort, thanks to this little furry companion with its blue bow, blue little vest, and bright eyes of wonder and adornment as it looks up to the four of you. And it jumps around between you four, looking out the window.
Child.
You guys have a newfound companion to take care of.
Just
Yes,
so you guys
Qiylnna.
know, I'm getting a lot of phrase like.
Smooth on my end.
All right, well, we'll just go with it. Kevin and I are dozing, nodding our heads as we are enjoying the luxury cart and beautiful fabrics and soft cushions and the lulling sound of the train whizzing by on its lightning rails.
That's right, crackling of electricity outside of the car that you guys are in. What sort of reflections do you guys have on your recent journey, on your recent involvement with Coda Inc., the discovery of the H.E.A.R.I.N.G group, and their pursuit of this feeling 8, this golden hand shape? Who's in possession of this, by the way? Last I recall, Boa put the monocle in and tried to test it out. Does he still have the golden hand shape on his person?
Didn't somebody take it?
I know I don't have it.
I guess I'm still holding it.
Wait,
Is
did
it
I
probably
take
in
it?
your backpack?
Hold on.
With my monocle.
adjust accordingly to the monocle, holding the monocle, which is interesting.
Somebody distracted somebody and we stole it.
Right.
That was before he put the monocle in it. So Boa took it, put the monocle in it.
Oh, okay. So Boa has it.
Yeah, because I created
Yeah.
the illusion magic with something.
Right. I'm reading one of my alchemy books and I'm like, I remember about the feeling. I'm like, wait, Boa, do you still have the statue?
Right, halfway across the land, does it occur to you guys? Yeah, who has this thing? What about Bäsht? What's Bäsht thinking about his companions, this quest that lies ahead of him?
I'm just sitting back, enjoying the moment in anticipation of our arrival to this new place.
Yep,
Have
it's
you
gonna
asked-
definitely
sorry.
save you some time going on this lightning rail. It would have been a longer journey. You have until the end of the month where there's a supposed moment where the Whisper Rock responds to this special time of year, and by being on this lightning rail and getting to the rock hollow and finding the Coda contact, will you be able to get, hopefully, to the Whisper Rock by the end of the month? So you guys are ahead of the game. If you missed this train, who knows? You guys would have been behind schedule.
Gosh,
Right.
did you ask us any questions? Or Boa, or did we ask it, like, did we have any conversations of a personal nature to figure each other out?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna ask the question of everyone. How did you guys individually get your letters?
Oh, how did we get our letter? Well, it arrived to me in the mail, and well, my parents have this really bad habit of taking on my mail, and I got the mail one morning, and I saw this letter addressed to me from a mysterious place, so I was like, okay, fine. I hid it, and I brought them the mail, and then I found it, and I showed them, and they weren't very happy about it. But I'm here anyway, so how about you? How did you get your letter?
Yes. I'd like to know as well.
Yeah. How did you get your letter, Boa?
Mine came in the mail. Just the people that I was staying with.
We were staying with it. Wasn't your permanent home?
No, I'm usually moving around.
Are you a couch
But
surfer? I've heard of those.
I just go wherever nature tells me to go. Just
Wow.
go with the flow. But I was surprised to actually get this letter, like, named to me, like, considering that I don't really have a place to stay and I'm always moving around. But yeah, this was actually named to Boa, and told me to come to cohort, and I did. So that's what happened.
Wow.
Nothing
Fascinating.
spectacular. Sorry.
How about
We're
you?
all ordinary.
While I was in one of my classes that I was teaching at the university, a student runner, walked in and handed me this letter that I got apparently in my faculty mail.
Okay.
You were a
Seems
faculty?
I did teach at Qiylnna University.
Oh.
You're
Okay,
on,
that's
you're on
cool.
sabbatical now.
I am on sabbatical. There you go.
Oh, you're retired?
Not quite what sabbatical means, but
Are you old?
I am. Not according to
Oh.
my race, but I am old considering I've been on this earth, well, on many earths, for 150 years. 120? I've lost count.
Oh my God, Qirla is flabbergasted.
Yeah, that age alone takes you back before the Five Nations went to war in a series of conflict between the 5 nations of the continent that you're on. The rightful heir to the throne was contested by her 4 brothers, and it sent the nations into war for 100 years. And someone like Qiylnna's age could have seen that unfold to this point until one of those nations were destroyed in a horrible nation-ending event. And that happened about 2 years ago, yeah.
My God.
So I've seen a lot. I've been around. They say, been around the block? I think that's what they say.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. Well, how I received my letter was I had just came back from a campaign that my father had ordered me to go on. And I ran into my brother, and before I could talk to my father, he gave me the letter and said that, here's something came for you. And I opened it, and as I was reading it and walking back towards my part of the castle, I was magically transported here.
Oh my gosh. You're from another plane?
Yeah, because everything here is so different from what I know. So I would assume so, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, wow. I pull out one of my like Teen Vogue magazines and I show everything to Bäsht to get him like up to speed on the pop culture of this land, of this plane.
So there's a moment here where one of your compatriots shares a little element about his backstory, about his existence, and he's not of this time, he's not of this place, and you kind of see that in his slightly in his mannerisms and just the way he observes the world. Everything is new and exciting, but at the same time he navigates it with just this ability, this skill, and we'll learn more about that.
So smooth.
Come in.
At this moment, as you're looking out into the sun, you see a glimmer of golden light. And across the landscape, you see this glimmer of golden light take form. And as it approaches the lightning rail, these giant leathery wings just take flight. This massive golden dragon floats down and hovers alongside the craft. And it's just fluttering majestically. Everyone in the lightning rail, in the luxury car especially, jumps to the opposite side. And this dragon is just flying, coursing down the lightning rail cars, just looking into each one of the compartments.
We're gonna put it against the window.
Until it stops at the luxury car.
I hide under the seats.
I am very fast drawing an image of this dragon because I'm fascinated, and it's been decades, might I even say half a century, since I last saw a dragon.
I whispered to Qiylnna, his right wing is a little bit smaller than that. No.
How is this, my friend?
I'm just fascinated by just seeing this beautiful dragon. Scales, it's magnificent.
It truly is. Dragons are a thing of legend. They don't show their face out in the open like this as often or as frequent. And that's when Qirla recognizes Kirivor, the Surveyor, the Sky Eye, the Silent Spectator, your father. And as you all gaze upon this, you see his big, giant golden eye just surveying this luxury cart as it's keeping pace with the train.
Is he gone yet?
I'm
as he
jaw-dropped.
reaches out and makes a contact, he speaks in this ancient language with his claws that just have bounds of knowledge, and his face just holds this this deep severity, this deep wisdom. And that's when he spots Qirla trying to hide behind a book.
No.
I feel like this dragon sees you as a familiarity.
No, I don't
explain
know.
why?
I'm just deathly afraid of dragons. No, I don't know.
So you... Huh. I wonder why a dragon has chosen to appear.
I don't know what to say.
Seems he's looking for you. It seems he's not trying to attack. He's just kind of just observing. He's found you.
Just say you don't know.
I
Say
walk
you don't know who I
closer.
am.
I'm sorry. I will approach the window and I put one hand on the wall as I look out the window to get a closer look at the dragon. And I smile with amusement and say to myself, finally, a legendary beast. I will slay it.
No, you shall not.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I mutter it to myself as I'm looking out the window.
But I'm an elf.
Can
so
I make a
can hear
perception
really
check
well.
to see if Bäsht is trying to think of killing my father?
Roll a perception.
Okay.
I would like to roll something for
Roll a
being
perception.
able to hear him.
He's muttering it. It's gonna be pretty tough, but especially with the lightning rail, the passenger is screaming, shuffling about. Everyone's moving to the opposite side.
So is it a roll with disadvantage or just regular?
No, just a regular roll.
All right, I'm trying to get there because I've turned everything off.
I got a 16 and that counts for perception and insight, so I don't know.
You don't hear it.
I whisper, I'm trying to get everybody's attention. I'm like, please just say you don't know who I am.
I have 15, so I hear nothing.
You don't hear Bäsht say it as well. And you see this majestic creature.
Did I
He's
disappear?
asking. Why is he asking someone disappeared?
I'm really amazed he can fly inside at the same time. It's quite amazing.
The wings are separate from the claws. They're
Oh,
separate.
okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's not. He's
Wasn't
not
quite
using
sure on
his
that.
hands to fly.
No,
No, it's just the wings sprout out from the back of this lizard-like body, and just frills of golden, whiskers drop off from its face.
That's my dad. That's my dad. Tell him to
What?
go away.
Kirvor spots Qirla.
Fuck. No. I slap Qiylnna's hand.
dragon slowly moves away from the landing rail. As it looks back, and then it looks back at the train. And this golden dust just blows into the luxury car, filling with just this glittering, sparkling dust. Everyone make wisdom saves.
This is all the time.
Oh, wisdom.
So annoying.
Oops. That's a D20 as well, right?
Oops.
Yep, D20, wisdom save.
I didn't mean to do that. I hit the wrong
That's
button.
10. You got a
Wait.
1? You got a nat 1?
It's a D20, right? Okay.
Is that our first nat 1 of the...
Is this a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. There you go.
Bäsht, what'd you get?
Also, Qirla, we have
I
things to talk about.
got an 8.
Okay.
Did we
I
all
also-
fail?
I got an 18.
Yeah, what'd Qirla get?
I got a 10.
Okay, yeah, you all, except for you, Qiylnna, feel this magic wash over you. And you just start tingling, like, all over. You just start radiating in this gold dust. And it's like sticky all over you. And you just feel this presence about you, like a sort of a protective force, but at the same time it feels very constricting. Qiylnna, you managed to, wipe some of it away. Yes.
Did Kevin get touched with the dust? I'm still holding him.
Yes, he did get touched with the dust, and he seems to swat it off as well with you, but you just see him, his eyes kind of like light up, he just has sparkling, like swirling essence in his eyes, and he just kind of, his hands start freaking out, and and he starts to fidget a bit, and you just and just something about him, just like the rest of you, except for Qiylnna, just have a different sensation about you. And Kiravor looking back with this gold breath just filling up the luxury car.
Oh.
And in your hand, this forked rod appears. It's like a little amulet. It's like a little necklace.
In whose hand?
In
My hand?
Qirla's hand, yep.
It's like a necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Mechanically, what is this doing to us?
The gold or the necklace?
I guess both. Or if you can't come with the necklace, I have to find it out. But like the
Gold
wisdom
is
save that we
like
did.
easily identified. You have this sort of You're easily identifiable because of the gold dust. You have like a +1 to armor class bonus for the duration of it, and it lasts for 24 hours.
Oh wow, 24-hour.
So it's like a protective coating, but you're easily you can easily be tracked and followed, but you have a protective coating from it as well for the next 24 hours.
So how come?
So like disadvantage on stealth.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So
So it's not
is it like-
necessarily a good thing.
Is it
It's
like
a
absorbent
mixed
to
thing.
us? Is it like absorbent to us, or is it like you just kind of brush off everything? I'm kind of
It's
wondering.
like sticky on you, and it will eventually fade away or be absorbed in, or like its magic properties will be used up over the course of the 24 hours.
I take a
Well,
moment.
I'm
I'm
just
like,
making sure it
he
doesn't,
does this all the
ruin my
time.
appearance. That's all. I'm just making sure. So we're good.
he does this all the time. Boa, you look fine. Like it's just like a sticky, like whatever.
All right
It just
then.
means like nobody can hurt you, but like also
Ew, dragon goo.
it's not dragon goo.
Spit seems to be a spit. He came out of his mouth.
It's his essence. It's different.
Okay. Breath.
I do not want that on me. Thank God I don't have it on me. I mean, I didn't say that.
Somehow
was
that
out of
sounds
character.
worse.
Essence.
And you have this moment amongst each other where you have this shared thing where you're able to understand this dragon, this ancient language, you've noticed it in each of your own respective corners and backgrounds and where you come from. This language isn't that common here on the continent of Corvair. And Bäsht, even from yourself being from a different time and place, does this language, this ancient language this dragon was using, resonate with you? It's something you are familiar with, but you did not expect to see it in this way, in this form, in this shape. That's when everyone who is up against the opposite window, fearing for their life from the dragon, do you notice this small, thin, young man who has short, blonde, cropped hair, and his skin is kind of coppery, and he just looks so thin, and he hasn't moved at all, and he's just looking at Qirla.
In the car?
In the luxury car.
Have we noticed him before, or did he just come in?
He's been here the whole time, but you haven't really noticed him until everyone moved away, and like he stood there. He's sitting there next to you guys, witnessing this whole thing, and his eyes are just aglow, and he's transfixed by Qirla.
Can I roll to see if I can tell anything about him?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, sure. Perception roll.
I'm rolling like shit. I got an 8.
Hey, I rolled a 1 the last time. Remember that? So mine's gotta be better now.
I got a 17.
Sorry, you said perception?
Yep. Yeah, you notice. What'd you get, Qirla? Oh, you got it. Crap, yeah. 17? Okay. For those that are perceiving. So, Qiylnna, yeah, you notice that this guy is obsessively watching Qirla and the whole situation unfold. You don't think has any malintent other than just his obsession. Boa, you notice, that to sort of a lesser degree of just, he's obviously being a little bit nosy. Wow.
But appearance-wise...
yeah, short cropped hair. He doesn't have, if you're looking for, a hearing earring, he has no hearing earring in any of his ears. He's just wearing sort of like upper class robes, hearing, and he's just seems to be somewhat of a lesser noble, maybe an aristocrat of sorts, and he looks completely filled with confidence, and he's just enchanted by Qirla.
Pardon me.
Steve looking at me and I'm like, finish. What? What for?
What are you doing here?
I don't know what was going on, but that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Is that from... I think no one looks at anyone like that unless it's like a father protecting their daughter. You must be... that means you're like a child of... Yeah, you're a child of a dragon adult. You're a Coda.
Yeah, I'm Coda. Are you?
Coda?
That's just enchanting. What is your name, fair lady?
Qirla.
Qirla. He pulls out a little notebook and he starts writing it down. Qirla,
Hey,
Qirla.
why are you doing that? I knocked it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Why?
I travel the lands collecting poems and creating stories, and I feel the need to write a song about you, about this moment together. May I have the honor?
About me?
Yes, a gold dragon flying along on a lightning rail across the plains of H.E.A.R.I.N.G and this fine, fair lady. Oh, Qirla. He's just in rapture.
Bards are some of my favorite people.
Is he a bard? I whispered to Qiylnna. I'm like, wait, what?
I could only assume so by how he's described himself, correct?
Oh my god. Okay, but you have to mention my teeth in your song.
Oh yeah, he's scrambling, looking for the notebook that you knocked out of his hand. Oh, yes. Just let me take these notes down. Okay, I got it. Oh yes, the finest, widest smile that travels for days, and in the presence of 1,000 angels. He's just enchanted by you. He's never seen anything like this before.
Enchanté.
I'm suddenly wanting to buy fairy wings for Kevin.
Yes. You should. Can he be my little Cupid?
I have minor illusioned, or I have tried. Yeah, I've minor illusioned some fairy wings for Kevin.
Get him a little like bow and arrow. He's cute.
Just like hanging off of you with little wings just fluttering behind him.
That's so cute.
As this is happening, you know, I kind of look over and see what he's written, and he's written, you know, about Qirla. And I'm also, I kind of notice that there's something in his pocket, so I'm kind of like reaching over and see if I can pull it out and see what it is. So I want to.
I'm gonna roll
pickpocket.
perception to
Sure.
see if.
Sure, make a sleight of hand check. Make it with advantage because he's so enchanted by Qirla right now. He's not paying attention. So advantage means you're gonna roll the
Nat 20 to see
d20
if
twice
Twice, okay.
and use the higher of the two.
Doesn't
All
he
right,
have like sleight of hand disadvantage because of the glowy stuff?
I think
True, you are
stealth.
glowing.
So just a regular roll then, because he has advantage and disadvantage.
It's true. So what's that roll you got?
11 plus what?
Sleight of hands. The sleight of hand skill.
13.
I got a nat 20 to see if he is doing.
Yeah, Qirla, you definitely see Boa, you know, looking over and slowly diving in and slipping something out of his pocket. You managed to pull out a small pouch with 5 gold pieces in it, Boa, and
Oh my
Wicked.
god.
this gentleman does not notice it at all.
Got us some lunch.
Can I try and steal it back from Boa?
If you want,
What
He's-
should I roll? Sleight of hand?
yeah, if you'd like, you're doing it in the view of this guy, though.
Okay, alright. Whatever. I notice it. I take note of it. And okay, he's just writing the song about me right now in front of me.
He's, you know, jotting down lines, drawing sketches, like looking at the whole situation. And
I do
as
like
Kiravor,
poses.
because he's looking over, like catching the pose that you're making with Kiravor slowly flying away in the horizon, and Kiravor just lets out this bellowous roar that just fills the whole countryside, and that's when his pencil flies up in the air and the whole train just jerks, and you feel this presence as you feel the lightning rail. Something's happening to the lightning rail.
Oh, my dad
Are
probably
we
did
slowing
something to
down?
it.
Can I figure out maybe if I know what happened? I look
Yeah,
out
what do you
the
guys do?
windows.
You
Well,
look
I'd
out
like
the-
to look-
Oh,
So you look out the windows and you see further back at the end of the train of cars, these flying, they're like a mixture of giant eagles and stags, or pyrivores, and peregrines. These beast-like creatures that have heads of stags and wings of eagles, and they're ridden by these foot soldiers of various H.E.A.R.I.N.G organizations, and they're led by Magart as he is attacking the last cargo train of the lightning rail. You see that they're flying around trying to make pace into the lightning rail.
I'd like to, I don't know. I'd like to get in some combat.
Sure, so here's what we're gonna do.
Well,
go ahead.
how many
Shit.
are there first? I'm not gonna jump in there if there's like, you know, like 20 to 1. How many of these things are there?
I don't care. I'm doing it.
There's a small number of the Perytons. There are 3 of them, and then there's one that seems to be led by a House Vidalis controller. House Vidalis is an organization here in the country that raises various types of animals and breeds and magically enchanted creatures, and these types of Perytons would not be accessible to the general public, so there must be some sort of hearing control or hearing agent working in House Vidalis.
god damn.
So you can go ahead and share your screen,
one momento.
Qiylnna.
I had to close everything out. It'll very
Really quick, I'm gonna pee.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you all, you know, after looking out the window, can see down the lightning rail these creatures making ground and then falling back, making ground and then falling back. These creatures are flapping their wings, and they're carrying giant buckets of something as they are dropping it down into the various train cars at the end of the lightning rail.
All right, it's coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, you should be able to.
Can you see it?
Yep, I see it.
Yep. Yep. I see it.
You can zoom out.
Oh, I can?
Yep, a little plus
Oh.
minus over there. Yeah.
Oh, Shiza.
Oh, this is also on the train?
Yep, so this is on the train. You guys are here up at the luxury car, about 2 cars away from the main engine here.
Okay.
So if I am on this side of the car, because I have always imagined that I was sitting on the right side of the car, and I look out the window,
Right.
but the window's flat, so I can only like.
Yeah, it opens up. You can like lean out.
Oh, okay. So I can
Yes.
see all 3 on that side, or how many ever.
Correct.
Okay, so right now we have no idea what these things are doing except that they're carrying buckets.
So it's like these giant flying creatures that have these sort of foot soldiers mounted on them. They're not controlling the birds, the Perytons. It seems like the leader in this one is controlling the Perytons. They're bringing in these foot soldiers as they get closer to the various cars at the end here. The Perytons, in their claws, carry these giant. They look like big industrial buckets, and they've already dropped one bucket onto the top of the last car here. And you know that you don't know all the cars, but you know that the 3 at the end here are not passenger cars. They are cargo cars. So they've just been destroying the last of the cargo cars, dropping in these strange buckets. You're not exactly sure what the buckets contain, but it looks like they're trying to advance and destroy every one of the cars, finding their way, presumably, towards the golden feeling 8. Yes, Qiylnna.
I'd like to cast magic missile at the birds. I can see. I can.
Sure, what's the range on that? This is very far away. It's like 1,000 feet.
Oh, then I won't, because it's only 120.
Okay, so how's this going to work is basically you can choose to, I mean, there are a number of objectives. Perhaps you would like to create your own. I will just throw out a few here. You're at a crossroads. Our illustrious bands of the KMK Guard are now at a crossroads of what to do. They are being pursued by foot soldiers of the H.E.A.R.I.N.G organization as they are destroying each one of these cars. You know the last 3 are cargo cars, but then after that, presumably coach, presumably animal transportations, presumably other things are in the train as well, whose lives could be at stake. Obviously, your goal here is to maintain the golden feeling 8 in whatever way possible. Perhaps you can convince the crew in the front of the train to increase the speed of the lightning rail to further break away from these Perytons. Or if you'd like to take charge in your own hands, to overcharge the elemental of the engine to create more power and make the train go faster. Or if you'd like to just cut your losses, you can destroy the cars and disconnect them and just let them fall behind, perhaps gaining more speed as well because there's not as much weight. So on and so forth. Maybe you want to take these creatures head on and just draw attention to yourself and duke it out.
Okay.
So I'm just throwing out a couple of those. Otherwise, you can come up with your own goals along the way.
Good question.
Movement-wise, you can move within the cars 1 space per turn. Or if you want to run on top of the train, you can move 2 spaces, but it's a little bit perilous.
So
That's what I want to
each
do. That's
train?
it.
Okay, Bäsht, what do you want to do?
Okay. I want one of us to go to the front and see if they can increase the power so that we actually are moving faster. And then I want someone with a ranged weapon to come with me on top of the train.
Okay, so you tell us this is what you want?
who has the
Yes.
best persuasion? I have a +2 and I got nasty teeth.
Persuasion, I have a +4, and I'm
Damn.
beautiful.
Persuasion +3.
I also have Charmed Person as a spell. But I also do really good damage with Magic Missile.
I'm a pretty good animal handler.
Okay.
All right.
Animal
oh,
handle this thing.
Well, why not? I'll be
Yeah,
on
I
a
mean,
flying
yeah.
bird.
So the last 3
Um,
cars, the cargo cars, are already destroyed.
No, the last cargo car is being attacked right now.
Okay. So I have
Wait,
adding
before you start, I'm kind of
Yeah.
wondering, this stuff that we got, to like help capture animals. Can one of these things capture an animal, or is it just taking a picture of it?
Net.
But you with the monocle is only to take a picture of things. Bäsht
Like
with
a
the
click,
net,
click.
yeah, Bäsht with the net can only capture small creatures at the moment, and that's not going to instantaneously happen. It's going to be a series of skill checks to try to see if you can successfully grab this thing and hold its essence within the net. These things are far
I
too
can
big for
draw
that.
pictures of it.
Or
Okay,
learn
well-
its qualities.
Oh, true.
I'll take a
Oh.
picture of it, to add to my collection. I'll take a
You
picture
get
of that.
3
I thought maybe
pictures
one
per
thing
week.
Okay.
Per week. Get closer and take a picture. I see him trying to take a picture. I'm like, wait, no, get closer.
Okay, so if we're each going in a different direction, then I have abilities suited for both objectives. So I can go be the person or be the army, the damage dealer.
Go persuade, because I have a crossbow and a boomerang. So go.
Perfect. All right, so what's Boa doing? Are you coming with me, or are you going with
To the
them?
front or the back? I'll go to the front.
Okay, so, really quick, if you are very dexterous, I believe that if you have a high jump, you might actually go 3 cars. Am I right?
You won't be able to go 3 cars now.
Okay.
Wait, so the movement, again, can you clarify? Each car is what?
If you stay within the cars, you'll safely be able to move 1 car per round, per turn. If
Okay.
you want to go move 2 cars, you have to go above where it's a little bit more perilous.
Okay, all right.
Is
I
that
turn to Bosch,
2
I'm like,
or
let's do
3
this.
cars? Is the engine considered a car, or is it just the one right behind it that we need to get to?
It's the one right behind it where the crew lies.
Okay, so
Should they not be open to your suggestion, we'll see how that unfolds, but you could always just say, fuck the crew, we're going to the engine, we're going to overload the elemental and just force this train to go faster.
okay, perfect, because I have.
All right.
Okay, sweet.
Right.
So,
Should we roll initiative?
not yet.
I'm doing
Okay,
initiative
let's
lists. No initiative. We're just doing it as
No initiative? Okay.
no initiative.
Well, we
It's
haven't
gonna.
even
It's just
started.
gonna. The initiative's gonna take its shape as you each tell me what you want to do.
Unhinged. Truly unhinged DM right here.
Bäsht,
Okay.
since it was
So what are you
your
doing?
idea.
Bosch, just take an initiative. Go for it,
So,
Bosch.
Qiylnna, since you're going to influence the captain to drive the car faster, please run and do that, and then come back to us when you're done.
But
Boa,
you're
go and
going
assist her.
backwards.
No, am I?
You're going to the back. I'm going to the front.
No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I'm telling Qiylnna to go to the front.
Okay.
All right. What's Bosch doing?
I'm delegating roles, and then we're running towards the battle.
How are you doing
Are we
that?
going up top?
Yes, we're going to slink through the escape hatch that's in each car's roof, and we go up there. Once we're on top, we see them from a distance with their buckets and stuff.
Okay, make a
God.
dexterity acrobatics check. No, just
Okay.
those two who are who's going up. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Bosch. So dexterity, acrobatic.
Hold on,
Got it.
do I go to dexterity or?
My acrobatics is not great. I should have done this. Not an
Okay.
8. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Can't do anything. I got a 17.
So Bäsht, you bust through the hatch and you jump to the next car, and you see that it is a private room car. As you move to the second one, you see that it is a dining car. You could potentially a dining car. You could potentially take a moment here, if you were in the car, to gain temporary hit points by consuming the magically enchanted food of the lightning rail car, but you don't have time for that right now. As you look back, you see Qiylnna has fallen to the ground, prone at the top of the private car.
Me? Oh shit!
As the lightning rail
You mean
flutters
Qirla.
past.
You mean
I'm sorry,
Qirla,
Qirla has fallen to the ground of the private car as she's on top of the roof, fallen prone. The rockiness and calamity of the train is too much for her, and she stumbles to the ground.
God fucking shit.
What's Boa doing? Boa and but that's your move for now, Brandon.
Okay.
So I'm going to, because I want to get to the crew car as fast as I can, I'm jumping to the top. I run to the front of the luxury car, stretch my head out the compartment, and make a jump onto this top of unnamed car that I don't know yet.
Okay, now before she does jump, I stop her and I ask her. She's gonna go to the front to help do what exactly? Gonna put like for energy, or is gonna like just try to persuade the guy in the front?
Well, my
'Cause it's
first
just-
attempt is just to talk to them, and if they'll
Okay,
do it.
well,
Second attempt will be charm person, and if not, then I have something I can whip out to take care of the situation.
I think I can do the same thing that you can do. So I think you should go towards the back, and I'll handle the front. I'm positive I can do this. So I'm saying go help out the other two in the back, because I heard a big boom back there, and it didn't sound like it was a good thing. So it sounds like someone just fell over. So how about you go check it out, and I'm pretty sure I can persuade that in the front. I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. I got it. So I jump on the top, and I take the leap towards the next car in front, hoping that Qiylnna will take my advice.
Well, I think that you need to use some persuasion on me, because I was dead set, and I'm very, very
Hey,
good.
Qiylnna can do what she wants. You heard Boa. That's what he says. Boa's moving up. Boa, you keep doing you. Qiylnna, you keep
Could I
doing
try
you.
to persuade her?
No, Qiylnna's gonna do what she's gonna do.
Okay, well, Boa, I think you have a good point that one person can probably take care of this. Let me ask you, have you...
No time for negotiations.
Damn.
This train's moving on. Let's go. Let's go.
I say,
Listen, I'm telling you, I can do it. I can do
You
it.
guys are arguing in the luxury car. Who
Fine.
should go first?
Kevin, get on my back. Do not,
Kevin lunges on his
go.
back.
do not fly. Keep your wings inside. Okay,
He's signing, which is very new.
I'm going to the back, so I'd like to get on. I do the same thought, is I lean out the car, and then I jump onto the private room car to the top.
So you're going backwards. You're going to
Yes.
the end. Yeah, okay, sure. On top, roll your dex check.
This is gonna be interesting.
Dexterity acrobatics.
14.
Whew, Qiylnna manages to keep her footing. She's on top of the car. You see Qirla falling on Qirla on the top of the roof.
Can I pick her up?
You could still, since you're on top, you can move to the second car with Bäsht.
Or I can pick Qirla up?
Yep.
Nope, I'm moving to the next car.
Ow.
I jump gracefully right over you, and I'll head toward.
Goodbye.
All right, Bo, what you doing?
All right, so as Qiylnna has head to the front, I'm hoping that I can do this jump to the front of the car in like one leap. So I'm at the top, cling to the top, and as I hope
You're going on the roof.
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm hoping to peer in through the front train window and see who's in there.
Yeah, make your dexterity acrobatics check.
16.
You have a fleet of foot and you're moving successfully across the roof. As you pass by this car, you notice Top secret written all over the containment units of some sort of protected, reinforced car.
Is there a window to peer in through, or is it that's just written on the top? That's it.
That's what's written on the sides. You would have to try to open it in some capacity. Either the sliding door is on the side, or if you were inside the car, there could be some sort of mechanism to open it as well. But that would take some time and effort, and you're at a decision now if you want to continue to the crew car or change your plan and make your way to this top secret.
Since we're all at the top of this train right now, right? I can see them, they can see me.
Yep.
All right. Well, can I scream over? This could be something that they're looking for, and I'm not quite too sure because it just says top secret.
They can't hear your voice.
Great, wonderful. Yeah. So then
they can see you though, and you know you have the shared ancient language with one another.
Holy shit, that's right.
The car's rumbling.
On the roof. I'm like, I grab an arrow and I throw it. I'm not gonna shoot it. I throw it. Hopefully, it's gonna tap on the roofs. One of them looks back, and I'm like signing, "Hey, I think they want this thing." It says top secret. Okay, so maybe you got to protect that, but just check up there. Then I turn around and I leap towards down the next car. And through the controller.
I'm like on the ground. I'm like, what? Okay, bye.
Yeah, you see, there's a handful of crew members. House Orion, dragon marks. They have this burning, blazing blue, purple tattoo, and they're channeling the elemental to use its full power, pulling the lightning rail. They don't seem to notice you at this point. Meanwhile, you see that the creatures fly across, and they destroy the last cargo car as it just explodes and peels off the end of the lightning rail, and they drop some soldiers on top of the last car here.
Oh shit.
And they're flying around. Another one drops another bucket of ooze, and it just topples on top, and it's just this gray ooze just sliming down the top of the second cargo car.
I'd like to continue backwards.
Okay. Bäsht.
Yes.
You're up, Bäsht.
I turn around to Qirla and I run back to her and I offer her a hand.
Make a dexterity acrobatics.
Okay. Hold on.
This is so bad.
I got a 9 plus 5.
As you turn back, the lightning rail surges and you fall to your feet. You are prone now as well.
I thought you got a 14.
You get a 9 or a 14?
No, I got a 14.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 9. Then you are fine. You almost fall to your feet and you push yourself up in a push-up position and pop back up.
Does he help me? Am I up now or no?
Yeah. He helps you up.
Yes.
He jumps back.
I come over.
Okay.
And I offer my hand and I say, do you need some help?
Yeah, help!
So you still have another movement left if you want to try to jump back, Bäsht.
Sorry?
If you still have some more movement if you want to continue on another car.
Okay. I wait for Qirla to dust herself off, and we immediately run towards the action.
All right. Qirla, make a dexterity acrobatics check with advantage since he's helping you.
Oh,
Okay.
Don't trip.
All right.
Don't trip.
Okay, after this, I'm just gonna go back inside the cars. If I fail. I got a fucking 10 again. What? No, not even a 10, a 9.
With advantage? What were your two numbers?
Qirla.
Bäsht, you jump with Qirla's hand in your hand, and you land on the train ahead of you, and Qirla's hand's gone, and she's holding on to the edge of the train car, dangling at the edge of the dining car.
Oh Jesus!
But can I go inside the cart?
You can go in the cart.
Okay, I go into the cart.
Okay,
I'm
you
like,
are
I
now in the
can't.
dining cart.
Yeah.
So do I go now?
Yep, Qiylnna.
16.
You're going to continue running along the top of the car?
Yeah. I'm heading straight for that action.
Okay, as you get to this one first, you have a chance. It is some kind of holding pen. Seems like there could be some sort of live creatures in here.
I don't.
Do you want to continue? Okay.
Yeah. Kevin and I shall continue.
Kevin's holding on tight, his little ribbon flying in the air, fluttering in the air. He's just motivating you, and you
Yes,
jump
Kevin.
you jump to the next one, and it is a coach car.
Okay, great.
Okay, Boa.
All right, now, I am I like at the front of the train now, or am I just behind it, or am I still? 'Cause if I can jump down.
Yep.
If I can jump down onto the was it the conductor train, whatever, like the front of the train.
Yep, in the
I peer
cruise.
through the window. I peer through the little window, and who's in there?
So the crew members there, are working the mechanics of the lightning rail, and if you jump down, they'll notice you, and all of a sudden they're a little bit startled. They think it's a train heist. They start grabbing arms. They're like putting up shields and defenses.
So sorry. So they could see me as I jump down because it's an open area, or I'm kind of like wondering, like if I jump down in between the cars and peer through before I actually jump into this front of the train. That's what I'm wondering.
You jump down and they see you in between the two cars, but there's a doorway in between. Yeah.
Okay, well, before I jump down, I hang upside down, peer through the window, and I'm kind of wondering how many people are in there.
There's 4 crew members.
All right, 4 crew members. All right, now I am going to actually change myself into one of the crew members who actually passed that actually had the tickets, so that I look like him, so I can get myself into the front of the train. So can I?
So Boa's flesh just ripples, and he looks like the ticket attender. He's still wearing the same clothes that Boa wears, but he looks like the ticket attender.
All right, so I jump down.
Okay.
They notice me, and I say, "Oh my god! There's an emergency at the front of the train. We got to go faster. We got to go faster."
And they open up, the door, and they're like, "We're under attack. We're trying our best. We need to get this thing at full speed. We're doing our best we can." How are the crew? How are the rest of the passengers?
Everyone's doing great. They're fearing for their lives right now. As far as we know, as the last couple of trains, something's happening. So we got to go faster.
Can you help us?
Yeah, I can do. Sure. What do you need me to do? What's going on?
We're gonna do Operation 64. Use the Orange Protocol.
Sounds good. Okay. All right.
Okay. What do you do?
Go to the front of the car, the back of the car, and help them out.
We need all hands on deck here. Start operating.
Okay. Sure. All right.
What do you do?
Larry.
What skill are you going to use?
What skill?
Yep. What do you think Operation 64 Orange Protocol is?
I have no idea, but I'm hoping, I'm just one of these ticket guys. You guys in the front, you need an extra hand. I'm here to help you out.
So what skill are you going to utilize?
Persuasion.
Pick one, man.
Persuasion? Okay, go for it. And then tell me what you do.
7.
So you are going to
Okay.
score a failure. How does Boa fail to persuade the team or mechanics of the system to go faster? Describe his failure.
It's not written in Coda. Oh my god, I can't read this. So I'm having a tough time kind of reading it. Sorry about that. So I'll let you guys point out which one I got to turn. Okay.
And the crew is just like, gotta work under pressure, man. Gotta work under pressure, and they're trying to coax you. Meanwhile, these creatures start moving further up.
Ooh. They're
And you
scary.
see that they start dropping these buckets of gray ooze into another one of the cargo cars. 2 of them, actually. And the gray ooze buckets just fill up and pour out the side. You can see it. It's like smoke. It's like acid. Like it's corroding away at everything that's inside the cargo cars. Clearly, they're out. They don't care what they're doing. They're going to do whatever they need to do to secure what they're interested in. And you can see Magart on one of the peritons, this stag-like creature with wings just flying and just little pointed stag teeth just seems to be under the control of the House Vidalis leader. If you targeted this one, killing it would probably just send all the peritons wild and loose.
I'm close enough now.
Each car is like 30 feet.
Well, hey, I don't know. Following science, she's going with it. So if she shoots your arrow, it'd go further, would it not? With the speed that we're at, she probably would hit 1,000 feet.
I think she's trying to cast a spell.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm 1 car too far, so I have to take my next turn to go.
Bäsht, you're up. Muted.
I'm sorry. How many cars away are we?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
6.
you're about 6 cars away from the first group of minions.
Okay. So, damn. We don't gain advantage if we do some acrobatic stuff as far as how many cars we can jump. So
You just move quicker.
is there any type of Okay, but does that mean because I want to advance closer? So can I do like an acrobatics check to like gain advantage as far as like maybe another car or something,
You're gonna have to make an acrobatics check
or athletics?
to. Sure, yeah. You're gonna make an acrobatics check to see if you keep your footing. If you want to add an athletics check to try to long jump onto another car, sure. It's just very risky on the top of a car, but it's certainly badass. It's certainly daring.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the acrobatics check.
To see if you can move the 2 cars.
Yes, I rolled a 17 plus 5, so that puts me at
So
22.
You're just striding along the top of this blazing lightning rail as it's roaring across the landscape, and you meet up with Qiylnna.
Okay.
Go ahead, now make an
Right.
acrobatics check to try to toss yourself ahead.
Okay. I rolled 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
you like long jump yourself. Hoo!
Actually, no. Actually, I want to ask for Qiylnna's help. So,
You've lunged.
Yeah.
okay, good. I was hoping that she would give me like a leg up, or just.
Oh, you did it.
close-
You did.
close to
Yeah, you crushed it. And
Okay, great.
you also notice this is another one of those holding cars like you've passed. It could be of help if you wanted it to be, but you're not sure exactly what it holds.
Okay, so this is this is a
You could rip open the hatch on the top or try to activate it in some way.
okay. And then I want to do that.
Okay.
I feel something connecting. I feel something resonating inside the car, and I go to investigate.
All right, make a strength check to rip open the hatch.
Ooh, Bäsht is pretty strong, right?
Okay, where do I go for strength? I'm in the skills
I
part.
bet.
You can just hit your strength.
Okay. I rolled
That's 8. 18.
yes. There we go. That's what, yeah.
What'd you get?
18.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you just how do you successfully burst open this hatch?
I take my metallic arm from out of its resting place, and it slightly powers up, and I rip the hatch off the hinges.
Damn, Bäsht.
Nice. All right, so we're going to roll a percentage, and
That
you
was
get
accomplished very successfully, Bäsht, as I yell.
you
That
rip
was a
open the
turn.
hatch, and the cart is empty.
Damn.
Oh,
What a
Good.
waste.
yeah.
At least it was fairly
I
easy.
say to myself, wow, I must be malfunctioning. I must be malfunctioning hard today.
Qirla.
Okay, I'm in the dining car. Can I do perception, something, anything to investigate, to find if there's some kind of like PA system so I can announce to the entire train to like move towards the front?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay. My perception is better. Can I do perception?
Nope, investigation.
Damn it, Alex! I got a 3!
The sight of the lemon custard is just drawing your attention. The delicious, delectable desserts.
My favorite. They never have this at home. I think, but if I'm, can I still yell at people in this cart if there's anybody here to move to the front?
Oh, absolutely.
Like lemon custard in my mouth, and I'm like, you guys go to the front. There's an emergency in the back. Go.
Nice. All right, Qiylnna.
I would
can I
like
jump to the
to-
next car? I'm sorry. Can I jump to the next car? Like,
Sure.
keep going. Okay, I moved to the next car.
Again, you see it's a car. It's a holding cart that you could try to use the mechanisms on your next turn to open up whatever is held in here. Qiylnna.
I'd like to keep running 2 more cars.
All right, make a dexterity acrobatics.
Ooh. I got a 10.
All right, you make it two carts.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You are within range.
I am at least winded at this point. Can I make a move? Like, can I attack? Or do I
Yeah.
wait till... Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna start with a spell, a magic missile, and I'm gonna aim at the one with the dude, the special dude.
Okay, sure. The one that's this one, the one that's flying, controlling everything.
Yeah. Okay. What do I roll for that?
You just roll for damage. Magic
Oh,
missile
just-
flies out of your hand. It automatically hits, and you roll for damage.
D5? I mean, D4 plus 1 is 5?
Yeah,
Great.
5 damage. Describe how you blast this thing for 5 damage.
All 3 missiles go right at dude guy. What's his name again?
Oh, it's 3 missiles. I think it's 1d4 plus 1 per missile.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
well, do you have 3 missiles or 1 missile?
Let me double check. I thought it was 3. It's a single action. Oh no, it's only 1 right now. No,
Okay.
3. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. The dart deals 1d4 plus 1 damage.
Yeah, so you could have all 3 missiles hit for 3d4 plus 3, or divvy them out for 1d4 plus 1 to 3 different targets.
Okay, so that was 5 for the first one. Second one is 3, so 8 so far, and 5 again, so 13 damage.
wail them with your magic energy.
I'm doing this, I said.
Flying out. Excellent.
But do they actually look like missiles?
They look like golden bow and arrow, like arrows.
Okay.
They're
Bo,
beautiful.
Bo, you're up.
All right. Well, since I'm at the front of the train and no one's going faster, I get frustrated, and I'm already inside in there, so I decide to pull up my swords and actually, threaten them. Hey, listen, you guys gotta move the train faster, or something's gonna happen.
Roll an intimidation.
Boa is unhinged.
2. That's wonderful.
And so as they're engaging Protocol 64, they're looking, they see you pull out your sword and they're like, Charles, you're not Charles. And they're on to you. They know that you're a farce, and they pull out their wares, their arms and defenses, and it looks like that they're gonna defend and try to get you out of here.
Okay.
Make a strength check.
Me, a strength check?
Yep.
Well, I was hoping to turn myself into a Grimlock, because apparently I can. It's something big, and hopefully just overcome them. Can I do something like that?
Sure.
I'm in the front of the train. So, do I still roll?
Yeah. Roll it with advantage.
15 plus, what's advantage? Where is it?
So advantage is you're gonna roll the d20 twice and use the higher number.
Okay, I got a 15 or a 15.
Great, so it's meant to be. As you turn into this Grimlock, your muscles start bulging, but wouldn't you know it, the 4 guys team up on you and they start pushing you out the door.
What? I'm bigger than the door. I can't get out of the door. I'm clinging to this thing as I'm
You're
fighting my way.
clawing the machinery, and you just start getting shoved out of the door. And they close the door and lock it down. It's in lockdown mode now.
This is not good. This is not good.
All right, and these guys start moving forward as other ones get dropped off. And they jump, and these things start flying forward. You can see that one of them flies over one of the coach ones here and drops another bucket of gray ooze in the coach. And you hear people screaming as it just fills up with this gray ooze.
So did my damage do nothing?
You've severely wounded this controller. He seems close to death.
Wait, isn't he the bad guy?
The one on this bird is.
Yeah,
but he's
that's
not,
who I
dead
aimed
yet.
at.
Yeah.
That's who you aimed at, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And there's also these foot soldiers that are crawling along the front of the car as well, too. Bäsht, you're up.
I just broke the handle off the door, and there was nothing in the car. So, I look over to see Qiylnna just using her magic missiles, these beautiful golden arrows being thrusted into the necks of these monsters. And I rush over to help.
All right, make a dexterity acrobatics check.
Okay, give me a second. Yeah. I keep, for some reason, leaving the die area. Hold on a second. The internet is acting very strange today. Okay, dexterity check. I'm gonna do that. I rolled a 7 plus 3, that's 10. Yeah.
So you manage to barely keep your footing as you jump a cart. You can continue progressing, and you'll engage one of the foot soldiers if you'd like.
Get him,
Okay.
Boyce.
Yes, I want to continue. I do. I want to progress and engage.
So you jump onto the next holding car, and there's a foot soldier in front of you. You can see the glint of his H.E.A.R.I.N.G in the sun as it's setting across the Awandare landscape. Go ahead, unload on him.
Okay. All right, so I run up to him, and I go to clothesline him, and he ducks. So I do a flip, turn around, and kick him off the train.
All right, go ahead. Try to make an attack roll. You're gonna use your attack abilities. You can make an unarmed attack.
Okay. Let's see. Attack. Where is
You have
that?
+1 to your armor class because of my dad. You're welcome.
Okay, what are my actions? Okay. Unarmed strike. That's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly. So you're gonna roll that. And you're gonna try to beat his armor class to see if you can actually successfully deal damage to him.
I rolled 15 plus 5.
So you successfully put your boot right in the side of his face, and you kick him off as he goes flying off the train.
All right. Great. I
Screaming.
watch him as he falls with a smirk on my face, self-satisfied, and then I look over to see where Qiylnna is at and join.
Just as you do that, you see this image of this little fairy dragon appear out of invisibility. It seems like there were invisible fairy dragons in the car that you opened, and they have aligned their allyship with you, setting them free. And they have these twinkling lights that just blaze out of your across your over your shoulder to the other foot soldiers, dazzling them, and they're blinded.
Oh wow!
Oh my
like
god!
that. Yeah, is that my Is that
That's
my
your turn.
ability? My okay. That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Qirla, you're up.
Okay.
I have to go. It's my time to go.
All right, finish your action up, and then we'll wrap
Okay.
this up.
Okay. God, fuck. I'm so mad that I did not find a PA system. Okay. In the next car, there's nobody there.
Correct. It's the empty holding car that Bäsht opened up, releasing the fairy dragons.
Okay. Do I see? I think I'm just concerned about the people getting hurt, so I want to run to the next car and tell them to get out of here.
Okay, you run into the next coach car, and you see everyone is up in arms. They're hearing clattering above them, and they see Qirla burst in, and they start
I'm like
obeying
still
your
chewing
orders.
the lemon custard. I like swallow really hard, and I'm like, okay, danger in the back. Move forward. Get out of here. And I rush towards the next car.
And they start piling their way up into the front of the car.
How much temp HP did I get from the lemon custard?
You'll get a D12.
Oh, a D12. Oh, I finally get to use a D12. Thank you. Oh, 3.
Hey, mine's
It's
really
something,
low.
baby. Okay. All right, I gotta go, guys. Continue without
And
me or not. But
This is where we'll
I just-
leave our adventurers as they
Okay,
face
okay.
the hearing agents that are attacking the train. Will our daring adventurers find their way out of this perilous moment?
So
We'll find out next
Boa-
week.